All right, today we're talking about volume of a pyramid instead of a prism. So still, how much does it take on the inside of the pyramid? So the only thing that's different with this formula from the last one is since it's a pyramid, you're only going to get 1/3 of what you would have gotten on a prism. So you go 1/3 or divided by 3 if you don't have a fraction calculator, times the area of the base times the height of the pyramid. So here's an example. If you want to pause it, you can kind of look at how they did it. Otherwise, I'm going to go on. So on this one, we have the formula volume equals 1/3, capital B, little h. So the B is 21 feet, and the h is the 6. So here's the area of the base, here's the height. When you multiply that out, you get 42 feet cubed. Okay, on this one, we have 1/3 times the 60, and we times that by the 12. We end up with 240 millimeters cubed. There's some other examples if you want to look at that, but you can pause it on the video if you want to look at them. So this one right here is a square or rectangular pyramid. So it's still going to just be 1/3 times 10 times 8 times the 7 for the height. That gives you 186 2/3 inches cubed. That one you couldn't do with a decimal because it'd be a repeating decimal. Now this one is a triangular pyramid. Now be careful, since the base is a triangle, you also have to times it by 1/2 or divide it by 2. So we have 1/3 times the 1/2 times 7 times 18, that's for the triangle, and the height is 11. You end up with 231 centimeters cubed. So again, if it's a triangular pyramid, don't forget that 1/2. So this is another triangular pyramid. So it's going to be 1/3 times 1/2 times 8 times 9. Remember, 1/2 is the same as dividing by 2. And we times that by 10. And you get 120 yards cubed. Remember, volume is always to the third power. Now this time we have a composite solid. So we have a rectangular prism and a rectangular pyramid, or a square pyramid. So what I did was first did the rectangular prism, so 6 times 6 times 3. So that volume ends up being 108. Then the other one's going to be a pyramid, so it's 1/3 times 6 times 6, because that would be what this is down here, because that is still the square. And the height is 8. So we end up with 9d6. Now, to figure out the total, you just add those two volumes up. So we get 108 plus 96, which is 204 meters cubed. So again, for the pyramid part, don't forget the 1/3. All right, we've got a rectangular prism again. So this one would be 6 times 6 times 2, which ends up being 72. And then the other one's going to be 1/3 times 6 times 6 times 4. The height is 4. That gives us 48. So now we just add the 72 plus the 48. We'll get 120 feet cubed. All right, now this one says compare the volume of the prism to the volume of the pyramid. So if we find the volume of the rectangular prism, it's ABC. Then if you do the other one, it's 1/3 times 3A times 3B times 3C, which gives you 9ABC. So it's only 9 times larger. And the last one says dimensions of 2 square pyramids formed as sand are shown. How much more sand is in the pyramid with the greater one? So you got to first find the volume of both. Once I find the volume of both, you just subtract, and we get 32 inches cubed.